Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Basketball Wives Season 7, Episode 7. I just wish Tami didn't say anything about Evelyn's domestic violence situation with Chad Ochocinco, because now she looks like the villain and she's going to be prosecuted as the villain on this show because Evelyn is going to use this for everything she got because this is a new storyline. The rumor was one storyline, and now she has another storyline with, Tami saying that her abuse was fake, and, she was fighting with Chad Ochocinco, so they were going tit for tat, fighting each other. They was just in a violent relationship, and they both was abusing each other. So now that's something that Evelyn's going to run with, and she's already run with it since the last episode. She's been on Twitter, she's been on IG and Instagram talking about, domestic violence is no joke, and that's very true. And, I'm sorry to Chad Ochocinco's, family for this rumor to be brought up back again and things like that. And then also, but if you actually remember, and what I think it was episode 3 or 4, they asked, Evelyn, like, if she had one person to call her to save her, who would she call? And she said Chad Ochocinco. So if he was abusive and you was in an abusive relationship, why would you be calling your abuser to come and pick you up and come to save your life? Come on. Why would you do that? So Tami was just saying that, you destroyed his career. And that's the same thing that Chad Ochocinco mother said to as well, but he should have walked away from her and just left her alone. You see, the other one did. Her baby's father of her son, he walked away. He's gone. He'll be sending her checks in the mail. He'll be flying his son down with like a nanny or somebody, pick his son up and go see. He don't want nothing to do with her. So let's get back. Carl Crawford, that's his name. So it just like, damn, if she would have just never said nothing, it would have been like she would have been vindicated because Jennifer owned up to everything at the end. At the end of the day, she owned up to everything. But Evelyn was throwing shots at Tami while I was sitting there because she's seeing that, Tammy's going to be coming clean in this situation. So she aggravated the situation. She, was poking Tami and saying, like, you're not innocent in the situation because she didn't want Jen to take the full blame for the situation. And so I'm kind of like thinking Jen and, Evelyn talked about this shit and they turned the tables on Tami. So I don't know if this was a plot and a ploy from Jump Street, because in the beginning of the episode, Evelyn said that her and Jennifer knew that some way, somehow, Tami was going to try to come and break up their newfound friendship. So we got to be prepared, and we don't know how she was going to do it. So, like, did they have a conversation about this already? And they already knew about it because Evelyn was not upset about the rumor. She wasn't upset that Jen said anything about that. She was just saying it's Tammy's fault. Tami did it. Tammy's after me. Tami started this. Tami this. It was never Jen. She never, came after Jen. Even when Shaunie was like, Jen is fucked up. Jen is the bad person. Jen is wrong. Jen wanted to jeopardize my life, my kids' life, and my relationship with my exes. Why would she want to do that? And then that's when Evelyn jumped and said, no, I guarantee you it's Tami. Tami's the big machine behind it. Tami has something to do with it. So I'm thinking that Jennifer and Evelyn had a conversation about the situation. If it was going to come out, they were going to team Tami. They was going to team up on Tami, make her look like the bad person. And Shaunie's always going to go with Evelyn, and that's going to be it. She would have went with Jen, but Jen admitted to the situation, and there was also receipts with the situation about, the rumor. So let's get into it. So Evelyn's crying. We're at the beginning of the episode, still at the retreat. Evelyn's crying. She was like, I knew you for decades. Evelyn. Evelyn's like, I knew you for decades, Sean. I would never do this. I swear on my son. How come you didn't swear on your daughter? Your daughter's a lot older than your son. So you love your son more than you love your daughter. Why are you going to swear on your daughter? Who do you love more? Why are you swearing on your son? Why are you swearing on your kids? Anyway, you too grown for that shit. So moving on. So she's swearing on her kids like dudes do. Like when people swear on their kids, it's just way too much. And so so she was like, I don't know how this conversation happened. I don't know what's going on. I would never do this. And she's crying. And so, Shaunie was like, oh, so Shaunie is like, there's T.O. here, people sleeping with my ex, and I don't even know about it. And, Shaunie's feeling a certain type of way. She goes, Evelyn went to my baby shower, my parents' house, dinner for Thanksgiving, and friendships. We've been riding and dying for each other forever. So, like, for this situation to happen, I just can't believe this. And that's when Evelyn is like, yo, listen, I swear on my son. And Shaunie said, I don't know. I'm going to have to treat everybody in this circle differently. I'm not going to treat people the same. I got to put my guards up because I don't know what's going on, because she's feeling kind of played because everybody knows about this secret and didn't tell her, or this rumor, and it's some bullshit. So Shaunie said, I've never. So she asked Jen, like, Jen, where did you hear this rumor from? How did you get this information? Like, what happened? Jennifer was like, well, I heard it in Miami from like several people and plus Tami. Like, the quickest, Jennifer jumped and said Tami and lied on her. It makes me think that Jennifer actually did lie on Tim from Sweetie Pie, that he was actually right in this, because seeing this episode and how vindictive and how Jennifer was really out for revenge is the same way she was probably out for revenge from Tim from Sweetie Pies, because he didn't want to marry her. So, and plus, being on Sweetie Pies is a better reality TV show than Basketball Wives, because you don't have to fight and you don't got to argue and all that other stuff. And it could be focused around you and Tim. So now I'm thinking that Tim from Welcome to Sweetie Pies was actually telling the truth about the situation, in my opinion. You guys tell me what you think about that. So, because she alleged that he abused her, stalked her, stole her phone, and all this other stuff. And then, I'll get back to that. So then, moving on from that, so then Shaunie was like, I've never heard, I lived in Miami too, I've never heard that rumor at all. No one ever said anything about that to me. I never heard anything. What are you talking about? Like, wow. And so, Shaunie feels a certain type of way. She was like, yo, I feel like, like, this rumor is jeopardizing my sanity, jeopardizing my kids, jeopardizing my ex, jeopardizing relationships that was built, that was friendships and growth and stuff like that. Like, this is just like crazy. Like, what is really going on? And she was like, so who told you in Miami? She was like, I want to know what's going on, like, what happened? And so she asked Malaysia, like, how did you hear about this rumor? Who told you about the rumor? She was like, well, Jen told me about the rumor, but she never said who she got it from. And so I was like, okay, so now we got that situation. And she got, I heard it from several people. Who's these several people she heard it from? I mean, she was quick to lie, quick. And she was like, I heard it from Tami. And so, Tami was like, you lying out of them crusty ass lip of yours. And at one point her lips were crusty, but she put on her lip gloss. But, she was like, you lying out that crusty lips of yours. She just saying you're lying. So Shaunie's just like, so, who brought up the topic of conversation to Malaysia? Who brought it up? Did Jen bring it up to you, or did you bring it up to her? She was like, no, Jennifer brought it up to me. She brought the information up to me, and she didn't tell me where she got the rumor from or anything like that, but she brought it up. I did not initiate the conversation. And so that's where that situation goes. And so then Jennifer was like, Jennifer, I told you what I heard. I just told you what I heard from the 7 people and the people I heard it from, and then from Tami. I was like, wow. Malaysia said, I just don't know where she got it from. Tami was like, oh, you're sitting there lying. Why are you sitting there lying, Jen? Of all the things I thought you was, I never thought that you was a liar like this, like you was really a liar like this. Like, she's like, yo, she's like really pissed about the situation. And Shaunie is like, she wants to get down to the bottom of this. She feeling played because everybody in the circle that's originally the cast from last year knows about this rumor, didn't say anything about it. And then she was like, damn, I'm blindsided because I'd never heard about this rumor of anything. So that's when Jennifer was like, yo, listen, can I talk to you for a side? Can I talk to you or whatever? So talk to Shaunie. So she goes to talk to Shaunie alone. And so she's crying and she was like, I would never do this to you. I would never do that. Oh my God, I would never hurt you. I would never do anything like that to you or whatever. And so, but before then, that's when Shaunie was like, I want to know the multiple people that know all this stuff and know everything that's going on. And Jen goes, I heard it. I'm owning my shit. I heard it. And she's also saying that, I heard it, And she was like, and I didn't never, and so then Shaunie was like, how come you didn't tell me about this? How come you didn't bring it to me? She was like, because I was trying to get receipts to bring it to you, because I wasn't going to bring you no information without receipts. I mean, and she's continuing on with this petty lie, because we know at the end that Jennifer admits that she lied about everything, and Tami didn't have anything to do with the rumor. But since Tami has a beef with Evelyn, and Jennifer brought the situation to her, and then Tami brought the situation to Shaunie, is making it seem Jennifer is using that excuse to say that, okay, I mean Evelyn's using that excuse to say that Tami was the middleman behind it, like she was pushing, like she was the one that's involved, like she's the ringleader of the situation, and she's just really trying to throw this on Tami when it's actually Jennifer, because she didn't want Jennifer to take all the blow, so she's trying to put some of that blow back on Tami. And I wish Tami didn't say shit about Chad Ochocinco and domestic violence towards Evelyn, because she's using that victim all day. And you gave her the right to use it. You gave it to her. You gave her that card to use. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and she's gonna use it because she feel like the way that you brought up this this rumor to Shaunie, the way you bringing it to her now, and at this certain time, that okay, well, since you want to do that, I know you got something to do with it, because it's all because of you. So then, because Jennifer, Evelyn is not acting like she's really surprised about the rumor. She's just fake crying and whatever, and she's playing it off with her and her friend. I don't know, but I think Jennifer, maybe after this little retreat thing, Jennifer and Evelyn talked about the situation. I think they knew ahead of time or whatever. So, but if anything, when Jennifer and Evelyn became friends again, one of the things that she could have did was Jennifer could have told Evelyn what she did. Like, I started a rumor, or I tried to put a bug in, Shaunie's ear. I'm sorry for that, because they've been friends for 20 years, and tell her what she did, and then they could have brought it to, Shaunie, and then squashed it right then and there if Jen was actually sincere and honest person, but she's not. So anyway, Evelyn goes to talk to Tami, and she's crying, and she goes, I would never do that. I hope you believe me. I hope you know I would never do this. Did you talk to your ex? And she did talk to her ex or whatever. And he said that it didn't happen and all this other stuff, blase the third. So, so she's saying that I know that. So, Evelyn is just really insinuating that it has to do with, Tami. Tami's behind it. She's the one that's putting the battery in Jen's back. She's the one that's coming up with the plan. And because Shaunie feels like, it's all Jennifer's fault, and she's mad and upset with Jennifer because Jennifer could destroy so many different relationships that was built and hurt people, and that's so wrong and that's so dirty. And that's when Evelyn jumps in, and she was like, well, it's not only her. I know Tami put the battery in her back, and Tami's wrong because Tami is actually, Tami's bringing it to you now. Why is she bringing it to you a year later? Why is she bringing it to you now? So, Evelyn was like, she's trying to throw some blame on Tami, when, Evelyn said that she believes that Jennifer said the rumor, that Jennifer brought the conversation to everybody else and brought it to Tami, but Tami was wrong. Tami's messed up, and she's trying to start shit because she's bringing it to you now. How come she didn't bring it to you before? So she's putting that battery, and also, Shaunie's back, like, she's bringing this shit up now because she's being fake, she's being shady, and she's trying to start drama, and she's trying to start problems because me and Jen are friends, and all the three of us are back together. So I blame her for that. So, because Shaunie's really trying to just throw all the blame at Jen, and Evelyn was like, oh no, hold up, wait a minute. It's not like even Evelyn is bothered by the rumor that Jennifer is placing. She's just bothered by that all the blame is being placed on Jennifer and not being placed and the blame is not being placed on Tami, which makes me feel like they had a conversation about the situation. So Shaunie is upset. She feels like she's just mad at the situation. She's mad. She's just pissed. and she's really pissed at Jen. And I don't think she said she's gonna start treating everybody in her inner circle differently, all these women in the circle differently, because there's some evil, low down, dirty bitches in this circle to do some shit like this and spread this rumor and keep it to themselves and not tell me, and to make up these lies is really wrong. So at this time and point, Shaunie actually believes Evelyn. She's quick to believe Evelyn really quick, really fast. So sometimes it makes you seem like that this was just something they just do and the mix just to get the viewership up, because what else are they gonna be talking about? Jackie and Takari? They don't want to pay Takari no money, so that's why they're trying to, skim not to talk about Takari so much. So moving on from that, so then Jennifer and Tami are going back and forth. Tami was like, a myth. Jennifer is not a liar. Facts. Jennifer is a liar. She was like, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. And it's actually true. And then Jennifer's like, no, you're a liar. So it's going back and forth. And actually, the truth is that Jennifer is a liar. So Shaunie and Evelyn, they have their little kumbaya or whatever. So I'm just like, damn it. So Cece's sitting there, it's like, oh wow. Jennifer behind another rumor, huh? That which isn't true, which is a bullshit ass rumor. So, Cece's feeling a certain type of way. She's feeling kind of happy about this situation, that damn, somebody's being exposed about telling lies and these rumors and shit like that. So I was just like, whoa, here we go. So Shaunie said she's going to get down to the bottom of this. She's going to talk to each and everybody else and find out what's going on, because she feels a certain type of way knowing that she's been breaking bread with Jennifer. Jennifer's been smiling all up in her face and everything, and all y'all guys know that she possibly could have, slept with, that she had this rumor going on, that she's spreading this rumor and she's talking shit about me, and really like spreading this rumor about her family, that which could potentially hurt her and her kids. And you guys know that she's all in my face smiling, you ain't saying nothing, like, so she feels a certain type of way about that shit. So right now, only person that's really clean in the situation is Evelyn, because Jackie knew, Malaysia knew. I guess, Cece's clean and Christian's clean, but they ain't really close to, Evelyn or in her inner circle. So I was like, whoa. So then we have Shaunie and Jennifer. They just talk about how effed up it is and how messed up it is. And, so they meet up and they talk or whatever. And, but before then, they just talked about, how messed up it is, like this rumor, and how it could really affect her life or whatever. And Jennifer feels like Tami is making shit up, and she's bringing shade, and she's bringing drama, and she's just asking for attention, really, in the situation. But right now, Shaunie is pissed off about the situation. She wants to find out who is involved. So then we have, Tami. Tami goes over there and she goes to visit, Shaunie. She shows Shaunie some text messages, which proves that Jennifer is actually the one behind the rumor. She was trying to get people in a group text, getting people in a group text and talking, with trying to get them to, put a battery in Shaunie's back or a bug in her ear about Evelyn actually sleeping with, one of her exes or whatever. And so Shaunie was like, hey, listen, how do I know that, who initiated the conversation? So she reads the text message. She finds out that it's actually Jennifer. And then Malaysia is kind of like in the mix, because it's like Jennifer's actually trying to get Malaysia to tell Shaunie this little bug. And then Malaysia would have been with egg all over her face if she would have said anything to Shaunie, because it's actually a rumor, it's actually not true, it's a lie, and she was doing this to be hateful. So I'm just like, whoa. So I was like, okay. So then before then, we get Tami, we get Christian, and we get, Jennifer. They go play yoga. They doing yoga or whatever. And then after yoga, Jennifer is like, she was in her confession, like, she feels the type of way that Malaysia didn't really say nothing, didn't really have her back, didn't really stand up or say anything. Like, why would she say anything for you, Jen, when you're actually out here lying? So they talk about the rumor, and then Jennifer was like, I just heard it, and, I wasn't trying to do anything wrong, I just heard it. So she's just really still lying, talking about, she just heard it, and she's like, but she's going to take responsibility for what she did, repeating something that she heard Tami say, and she wish she would have never repeated anything that she heard Tami say. It's almost like something from Real Housewives of Atlanta between, Portia and Phaedra, that situation, and with, Candy. So that's so it seems like I don't know. So anyways, they have that's done. Then we have Cece, her boyfriend Byron, and actually Ron and Malaysia. They go out on a double date, and Ron is actually a very cute, sexy, wonderful looking brother. Like damn, and he's been married once. He has no children, but he's ready to have some, and he seems he got his shit together. He's like he's a well-rounded guy. Like I'm like, damn, Malaysia, you done hit the lottery. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got no baggage. He got a career going on. He's attractive. He's handsome. He likes to play sports, and he knows how to talk and carry and have a conversation. He's sociable and he's friendly, and he's not afraid of the cameras. He's not afraid to be himself, girl. You better bag that up, snatch that up. And he got respect for his grandmother and his mother. Bag that up, get that. And Malaysia's feeling him. And she's like, damn, I haven't dated in a long time. And she goes out on another date with him to play racquetball. And they have a little conversation. She's flirting with him. She was like, he look good. And she's like, damn, she feel like a schoolgirl. And she finds out that he doesn't have no hair on his chest. And she's happy with that. I was like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. It looks like their matchmaker, Cece and Byron, are doing something good. And Malaysia slayed in her outfit on that double date when she had on that dress and the top open and the button down. I was like, yo, girl. And he looked good too as well. I was like, shit. So anyways, that situation's over. And so now, now we get to oh man, so the Tami situation with Shaunie, it's like Shaunie really don't want to believe Tami, right? Or something. Like she ain't really like biting it. It's like she's really questioning Tami, like Tami is really, lying out here. But I guess she has to question her because there's a vendetta against Evelyn at the same time when, Jennifer and, Tami was cooling and chilling together. So it is what it is with that situation. So we'll see what happens with that. And so then we get Evelyn and Shaunie. They talk. They're having ice cream. And so Evelyn was like, did you talk to your ex? She was like, yeah. And he was laughing. And I was like, it's definitely not true. And the man, I don't care if you separated, you friends, whatever. No, a man ain't going to admit to you what woman he slept with, what woman he did sleep with, unless he absolutely don't want nothing else to do with you and there's no chance to get back with you. But most of the time, even that, their ego won't let them tell you the truth. But we know it's a rumor now. So anyways, from that, she was like, every time I say I'm going to go see Jen or talk to Jen, she's like, oh, that bitch, this, that. And he's very upset. He was like, he would never do that to her and, be with Evelyn. So Evelyn was like, I ain't never talked to him. I ain't never had a conversation with him. But Evelyn is still trying to poke the bear at Tami and trying to throw Tami under the bus and believe like this is Tammy's fault. Tammy's not innocent in the situation because at this time and point, Shaunie really feels like, Jennifer is low down, dirty and evil to do some shit like this and make up this rumor and lie like this. Like she don't care who she destroys or who she hurts. Even though she's mad at you, she's gonna try to take down my family and my kids and my situation and embarrass me and cause problems with me and my family and relationships that was built. Like that's really low down, that's dirty and that's evil. That's really a type of person you don't want to be around. And so Evelyn got to jump in and said, no, it's not all her fault. I know Tami got to do something with it. I know Tami put the battery in her back. I know Tami was pushing her to do it. I know Tami had to do something because Tami hates me. Tami. So then we move on. So now Shaunie, she wants to have a meeting with all the ladies. I want a meeting in the ladies' room. So she wants to have a meeting with the ladies to find out. So they want to talk to Malaysia because she was telling, Evelyn that Malaysia, supposedly, Jennifer was texting Malaysia and wanted her and putting a battery in her back and wanted to, get involved in the situation. So moving on from that, so they want to talk to Malaysia and they want to talk to Jackie to find out what they got going on in the situation, find out where they fit in and how did they hear that what's going on. I was like, okay, here we go. So we have Malaysia and Jackie, they meeting up and to meet up with Shaunie and Evelyn, and Jackie's feeling a certain type of way, like this is not good because I don't be around Evelyn, I don't see Evelyn, we ain't friends, we don't really be in the same room. For them to invite me out for drinks is some bullshit. So let's get ready because they're about to question us. And Malaysia's like, I ain't even here for this shit. Malaysia look a little nervous, like I guess Malaysia don't want to be bothered with the shit. Like she's just like, yo, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be bothered. I don't have nothing to do with it. So Evelyn gets there and was like, yo, we gonna have a ponderosa, bringing up what Jackie said last year. And Evelyn actually was like, you're kind of like, you act like you're human, like, you mind your business, you didn't get into it. And Jackie was like, it's a backhand compliment, and she's assaulting me at the same time and giving me a compliment. So, but I'll take whatever I can get at this point, because we ain't been cool, we ain't been in the same room, we ain't been cordial. The bitch won't speak to me or talk to me, so shit, I'll take it. And it's like Jackie and Evelyn's situation went on for so long that it's like, damn, Jackie, she done wore Jackie down, and Jackie don't never get tied down or worn down when it comes to drama, but Jackie was just too through with the bullshit. So they have their conversation, and they question Malaysia, like, what's up, Malaysia? So that Jennifer tried to put the battery in your back, that she tried to give you the information, so give you some tea so you can tell me. And that's what Shaunie's trying to really get, information out of Malaysia. Malaysia was like, I don't know if she tried to do that or not. She didn't tell me that. Only thing I know, she told me the information, but I didn't know if it was true or not. It was none of my business, and so I kept it to myself, because it went into one ear and came out the other ear. I wasn't even paying attention to it, because I don't know. It was like, it was some salty shit, so I was good. And then so, Jackie was like, they didn't even really ask Jackie anything. Jackie was just quiet. She was like, I guess Jackie heard it through Tami, or she heard it to Malaysia, but they didn't really ask Jackie any question about the bullshit about what was going on. And so Jackie was like, I'm just keeping my mouth closed and minding my business. And Jackie sure did. She kept her mouth closed and she minded her business. She didn't say two words. And so we got Tami and we got Reggie out there shopping or whatever. And they're talking about the situation. And Reggie's proud of Tami because she didn't go off and she didn't act up. And Tami was good up until this point, until she said the domestic violence bullshit. Like, damn. So then moving on from that, now we get to the meet and greet. Everybody's there. Shaunie's trying to play this game and not let Tami know that Jennifer and Evelyn's going to be in the same room at the same damn time while she's there. Jackie's there, and also Malaysia's there. And so, Tami shows up. She was like, okay. Tami wasn't too cool to see Evelyn. And then here comes Jennifer Rose, and Jennifer apologized. She apologized for repeating the rumor, saying the rumor. She apologized for all that. But then on top of that, she ended up saying, you know what, I'm sorry, because Tami didn't have nothing to do with it. I made up the rumor myself. It is a rumor. Tami didn't, tell me to do this or whatever. And I did lie on her, basically. But she didn't say it the way that I'm saying it. So Tami was like, see, I'm vindicated. See, I know I didn't have nothing to do with it. But then Evelyn was going towards Tami, was like, well, you wanted something to happen. You was in the mix of this or whatever. And it was just like Evelyn was going at, Tami for no reason, when Tami was just saying that she was vindicating. Why you lie on me, bitch? Why you do that? Why you try to make me look bad and make me look bad in these streets? And that's when Evelyn jumped in to have, Jennifer's back, when Jennifer was trying to destroy her, when Jennifer started this rumor and this bullshit. So, Jennifer and Evelyn are tight. So then she was like, so Evelyn was just like, talking shit. Evelyn was just talking shit. Like, I ain't talking about you. I ain't worried about you. I ain't bothered with you or whatever. You got my name in your mouth and all this other stuff. It was just like, she was just poking the bear. And so, you worried about me. And so that's when, Tami was like, no, you worried about me. You follow my boyfriend. You follow my daughter. You follow this. You follow that. So this is when, Tami was like, you jealous and all this other stuff. So it's just like they went back and forth, taking shots. Evelyn was like, you need to get your edges done. You look like your legs look like a burnt candle wax, stem, burning. I don't know if that sounds kind of racist. I don't know if it is racist, if she's trying to crack on her for being black. I don't know what's going on with that. And then she also saying, you look sick, you need to take care of your health. She's not going to get ridiculed for telling her to take care of her health. But, she's like, oh, you need to, knowing that Tammy's mother died from, diabetes, I believe, or cancer or something like that. And then on top of that, she was telling Tami to go fix your edges, go fix your neck. She was going in. And so I was just like, yo, so, it just happened like that. It just went down. And then that's when Tami just was like, yo, that's why you lied about Chad, abusing you. You was fighting that man every night. You was fighting him back. It was tit for tat and all this other stuff. And you ruined his career. And so then that's when Evelyn had the bait of the century. And she was like, I've been abused. I got a scar on my head. I'm going to have for the rest of my life. It's like Tami almost got cleared. She almost got through. It didn't happen. Peace and my one love. Tell me your thoughts.